Welcome to the arena. This is CoffeeStout, your host for today's video, and we've got an artisan historic deck. If you ever get a little bit tired of playing in standard, but you think that historic is unachievable, or you think that historic is too big, too many rares, too many mythics, you'd be wrong. This deck on untapped.gg has a 59% win rate in ranked. This wins in ranked. And already went through the matches, and wow, oh wow, are you in for a treat with how this stuff all works together. What are we doing? We are basically playing very cheap things that grow whenever you get artifacts or enchantments onto the field. The Ingenious Smith, one of the top players of this matchup. She is wonderful. She does great things for us. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom in a random order. And then whenever one or more artifacts enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Ingenious Smith. Sounds an awful lot like the Patchwork Automation. Costs the same, but Patchwork Automation does have a ward too. And he's in the most recent set. You might remember Ingenious Smith. You might also remember stuff like the Portable Hull. So this deck isn't significantly old. If you've been playing for about a year and a half, you probably have some of the tools that make this deck work. So we got Patchwork Automation and we have the Ingenious Smith. What else are we doing? We are growing our creatures for the amount of artifacts and enchantments on the field with all that glitters. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Yeah. And we have Michiko's Reign of Truth, which is +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Usually we are not getting to flip Portrait of Michiko because we win before that happens. Right. So what are our creatures and what makes them special? Besides the guys that grow with artifacts coming into the battlefield, we have 2. One guy, I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of Gingerbread Men, but I like this one. Gingerbrute, haste, 1/1. Can't be blocked this turn except for by creatures with haste. So, how many creatures have haste, pray tell, that don't swing every turn? Well, he gets around that really easily. He basically has evasion from everything unless the opponent is playing mono red aggro. Pretty nice. And in historic, those mostly come in goblin decks. They're really brutal, but still, you're going to see some goblins actually a little bit later on in. Kind of had the perfect card in hand to deal with it. But Gingerbrute can't be blocked except for with creatures with haste. Therefore, if you put Michiko's Reign of Truth or all that glitters on it, it's just dealing damage. It is just dealing straight damage. Another thing that we have is Ornithopter 02 for 0/02 flying. Yeah, pretty nice. Gets the job done in a lot of cases. In a lot of scenarios, Ornithopter is actually still a very good card. This card has been a staple for years, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I did forget to mention the Ensoul Artifact. This also grows our creatures. You enchant an artifact. An enchanted artifact is a creature with base power and toughness of 5/5, in addition to other types. That's when you grow the Gingerbrute indefinitely or the Ornithopter indefinitely. Very nice. We also have the Skirge. This also has evasion. 1/1 flying lifelink. Yeah, you see a black in the mana cost, but that is a Phyrexia mana, so we will always pay 2 life, especially since it has lifelink. And generally, if you could Skirge next turn, Michiko's Reign of Truth or all that glitters on the Skirge, you're gaining 7 or 8 life per turn with this bad boy. The only other 2 things in this deck are Circle of Confinement and Portable Hull. Yes, these both get cheap early creatures off of the field. Portable Hull is an artifact, but Circle of Confinement is an enchantment. It does have some interaction with all that glitters, but, you know, it's nice to have Circle of Confinement in case we get to turn 3 or 4 and they drop a 3-drop that we can't get around. Circle of Confinement can be our best friend. Interesting other thing about this deck is we actually play artifact lands. These are still artisan. They are uncommon with the Darksteel Cathedral, and then the Razortide Bridge is a common. and it does count as an artifact land. So we're able to grow the automation. We're able to grow the Ingenious Smith with the Razortide Bridges and the Darksteel Cathedrals. I'm going to tell you, I took this into the arena and it did very well. I was impressed, and we went into ranked. We went into diamond, and this was still winning a significant amount of the time. Thank you for joining today. Make sure you like and subscribe on the video to see more artisan decks. And we're going to lean into historic for a little bit just because. Okay, so I bought 4,000 common and uncommon cards from Magic the Gathering's history for a straight $40. Yeah, I'm trying to build up my personal collection so that I could build decks and play in the game stores. And I do have to convince, oh, he's almost there, but he's almost there, but he's going to play some Magic the Gathering. And I got him to kind of get interested in doing a draft on occasion. That's as far as I've gotten. But if I have all these cards lying around, I'm like, hey, just take as many of these as you want, build a deck, they're yours, man. I think that might convince him to actually, go in for the long haul, play some cards, enjoy some matches, enjoy some decks. Again, thank you once again for joining me. We're going to get in, and I'm going to show you exactly how this deck did in ranked play in Diamond in today's Artisan deck, Historic, Magic the Gathering, Arena. I forgot to turn off the Arena tutor. All right, Automation, really good. The Skirge, really, really good. Circle, Gingerbrute, everything a growing boy needs. And we'll go with it. All right, so the Vault Skirge comes when the Vault Skirge is down. You're really paying that 1 life or 2 life no matter what. So we're gonna go ahead and drop that. Flying and lifelink. Maybe we should hold it a little bit, but chances are we get it off. Swing, automation. Nice thing about the Skirge is you get that life back with that lifelink. Okay, fantastic. That's a 2-drop, so we want to probably portable hole that. Throws a Patchwork Automation, grabs that, and then we're probably answering with a. Let's just empty our hand. Green can remove artifacts, so we have to be aware of that. We didn't get any way to really make these guys bigger. Probably on the Ornithopter or the Patchwork Automation, but he's out of mana, so he kind of screwed that up. We're going to resolve that. We're going to let the opponent make mistakes like that. That's pretty significant, actually. That's perfect. We get the Ensoul Artifact on the Ornithopter, and just all attack. He forgot about the ward. I love it. I thought we were in some real trouble until I realized he probably just forgot the word. Banishing Light. Enters the battlefield. Exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. Okay, what do you exile? Ornithopter? Okay. That's kind of rough, but we are well in control of this. He scoops. That's in ranked play. Yes, opponent misplayed borrowed time, but hey, we're going to take that here, especially playing an artisan build. It's keepable. It's not great, but it is keepable. Darksteel Citadel. Yuck. Okay, with this match, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Get the automation out. I think we're in a little bit of trouble for a couple of reasons, though. He might be playing mono red artisan kind of build with the Skirk Prospector. And our hand is not great. Long pause for the opponent. We do not block that. Another circle. That's looking pretty good. Let's grab the Snoop. Make our automation just a little bit bigger. Why didn't he get +1/+1? Oh, right, because it's not an artifact, it's an enchantment. Okay. You know, it's best to read your cards before you really get into things, but hey, whatever. Oh, this is a big deck. This is a big one. So again, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Let's get Portable Hull. And then not attack. This is an artifact, though. It will grow the Ingenious Smith as well as a Patchwork Automation. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's okay. Muxus, Goblin Grandee. When he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 6 cards of your library. Put all Goblin creature cards with mana value 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield and the rest of the bottom. In any order. When he attacks, he gets +1/+1 until the end of turn for each other Goblin you control. So, we're not a big boy here. For some reason, the opponent still has a stick. I don't know what he is thinking. He has 1 mana available, so maybe he's thinking about putting another creature out there. Ingenious Smith. We're going to grab this land here. We're going to Portable Hull. That grows that. We can only target the Wily Goblin, but we could also do this. Opponent's slow to react, so I don't mind taking my time a little bit. There's another Gobbo. Haste. Goblin spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Goblins you control have haste. There we go. We are starting to get over the hump. He is, for some reason, playing very conservatively. Let's look again. Patchwork Automation. The longer he lets this go on, the easier it is for us to take a win. I swear to God, I did not choose the opponents. This is just the second match. Move on. We're looking really good right now. Despite the fact that they got a lot of rares, a pretty good Goblin deck, he hasn't been aggressive with it for some reason. There you go. You enter the battlefield, you create 2 1/1s. Got a really wide field, buddy. 10-10. Ornithopter looks really good. So we're going to play it. Grows everything. Michiko's Reign of Truth. We're going to grow this guy here. We're going to then go move on and swing for 10 ourselves. He swung for 10 last turn. We'll swing for 10 this turn. Another Ingenious Smith. All we get is a bridge. So we kind of didn't get anything out of that. My word, opponent. I have never played a Goblin player that was so slow. He swings with everything, right? That's what Goblin players do. They swing with everything. There you go. There you go. He's got me. Come on. There it is. Swing all. Maybe blocking like this. We get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. I think we got him. I think we got him. Opponent says good game. I say good game. And he scoops. Yes. That was close. That was very close. Wow. How did we pull that one off? Citadel. Only creature is the Ornithopter, but we do have the Ensoul Artifact. So I think we can keep this, depending. It's very fast. And we do have a little bit of protection with Portable Hull. Opponent mulligans. We don't need a mulligan. That's good. That means we're up a card. We also go first. That's good. Okay. Whenever he attacks, it deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Cool beans. Let's give you a 5/5 artifact Ornithopter in the face. See what you think about that. Mountain. Okay. Whatever that is, the Pyroling. Ah, he's a ping deck. Very neat. Very neat. Let's get that off of the field. And let's get Michiko's Ring of Truth down on the Ornithopter. And that's an 11/11. Opponent scoops. 3-1. Good mana base. All that glitters, a Gingerbrute. Yeah, you can make it only blockable with creatures with haste, but for what we've seen so far, there's a lot of haste since Historic as well. Looks like you get those mirror matches here as well. Let's actually do Plains, then Island. Soul Warden. Okie dokie. Okay. Alright, he gains a life. We do not swing. He probably wouldn't block it anyway, but just in case. Maybe we could take that Soul Warden away. Oh, he's got a second Soul Warden. Isn't that cute? A third Soul Warden. Oh my god. That's going to make this very difficult. 3/3. You want to give up your 3 Soul Wardens? He does not. Oh my god, all that life gain. What is your deck doing, dude? My dude, 4th Soul Warden. My guy. Just a life gain deck? He decides to swing. There's a tapped land. We are going to go ahead and grab the Veteran here. Mostly because it has a flip side. And I think we continue to try to be aggressive. Even though his life gain is going to outpace our ability to deal damage for now. We're down to 13. We get another Gingerbrute. Circle. Grabbing another one. Gingerbrute. There we go. 7/7. Yeah, you gain your life. I meant to hold back this Gingerbrute to chomp away a Soul Warden. So that was on me. But next turn I could Ensoul Artifact on it. And we're looking really good. Especially since... just kind of works out sometimes. Should have also played the Vault Skirge there. Hey, there you go. You actually have a magic card. Yeah. That's a 5/5. He ain't blocking with it. If he swings with the Soul Warden, you know what? Even if he doesn't swing with the Soul Warden, we're looking good. Because what we could do is we could drop this on this. None of your creatures have haste. So I'm going to swing for 19. Okay. I admit, I am becoming a fan of a gingerbread man. Mana is looking too much. Too much. But we'll keep. We haven't been punished for keeping yet. 4 and 1 with the deck. Wouldn't mind going to 4 and 2. Bit of a gambler. Speaker of the Heavens. Very nice. Vigilance, Lifelink. Creative 4/4 Angel. Token with flying. Activate only if you have gained 7 or more life. So he's going to be a little slow, which is going to benefit us. Patchwork Automation. Okay, Parade Mate. We could block, but no. But nah. Okay, grows it. Automation. Into Skirge. Done. Grows the automation. No, nothing. Now he can't really swing with the Speaker of the Heavens. He might do it anyway to grow the Parade Mate. Ah, he's got removal. No, he does not. He's going for the creature spam all the way. Coming in with a Parade Mate. I'll take 3. Yeah, no problem, man. Ensoul Artifact. Grows the Scourge. Reign of Truth. Grows the Scourge again. Swings with the Scourge in the air for 12. We're at 26 health. Who's the real life gain deck here? Who's the real life gain deck? Okay, you have your fun. Orator. Draws a card with Takasia's Welcome. Very good card. Standard card. Yeah, Brothers War. Gingerbrute is just fine. We grow the automation. We drop the artifact land. We drop Gingerbrute. I think we do this. Try to get as much damage off as possible. That's it. I didn't know this was going to win so much. This is fine. Got Patchwork turn 2, turn 3, Scourge, or not Michiko, Scourge. We're going to do it correctly. Mystic. A little bit of mana ramp for the opponent. Ah, Elves, Tribal. Okay. He's a fast deck too. Very fast. And he's going to grow really big really quickly. There's a chamois. Coming in. I would. There it is. Holds back the Shepherd. Holds back the Mystic. No blocks. We got to be fast. And that kind of scares me. Portable Hole. What do we want to get? That guy's fine. Whenever we create a 1/1. Yep, that's probably got to go, right? Discard a creature card. Search your library for a creature. We did not draw land, which is really a shame. War Master. Dropping Scourge. Right now we're a little bit bigger than him. He's the true aggro, so we sit back. Okay, he's digging. What's he get? He gets another War Master. Of course he does. Well, let's see how good we draw. Yeah, not too great. Not too great. We will do it all that glitters on the Scourge and swing in for 6. That gives us 6 life, too. That's going to be hella important against this deck. Next we can maybe even all that glitters again, or Michiko's Reign of Truth. There's his Planeswalker. There's Frelise.
I will not shy away from savagery if it brings us victory.
Yep.
We will unleash an autumn of steel leaves.
What is that? Untap one of that. Okay, seek an elf card. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. No blocks. No blocks. I am not familiar at all with the perpetually gets +1/+1. Okay. So I'm not super familiar with the things that are happening in, what's it called? Alchemy, right? So that's where a lot of, what the hell is that purple stuff comes from? Deal 13 here. And I'll swing here as well. That forces him to block with the War Master. He does not block, though. Okay. We beat Elves Tribal. With alchemy stuff that I don't know what it does. Perfect. Perfect. And voila. Played a couple more matches and they didn't go too well. But this deck did 6 and 3 in Diamond ranked. Being an artisan deck, that is very good. That is very good. That means that this is, man, this might be the cheapest, easiest, most effective deck that I've played in a long, long time. Easily the cheapest. We even have 0 cost things in here. Super easy mana curve. Gets the job done. Yeah, I highly recommend. If you want to get into Historic, just do it. Get into Historic. Have fun. You're going to win some games with this. Though I am not the most versed on what the meta is right now in Historic, it is definitely more diverse than Standard. So really just pull any deck into it. If you have a Standard deck that you want to play in Historic, do it. Because these cards rotate. Every year, cards from the previous year get rotated out of the format. If you don't want that feels bad moment that your cards are now unplayable, then play in Historic. Take it into Historic. Don't be afraid of Historic. There's only cards for the past 7 years in Historic, so there are a lot of ways to win, but it's not anything like in Paper Magic where you have 20, 30 years worth of cards out there. It's a very limited format still. And if you have a dude that wins a lot in Standard, play it in Historic. Give it a shot. See how it does. And if you want to try out a bunch of different archetypes in Historic, do it. You know, this video is prime example of I found this deck. I don't know a whole lot about what is happening in the meta, as said before, but I was able to get wins quite regularly with this deck. All you had to do is read the opponent's cards. You know what the cards do. That's it. It's just like Standard. It's just wider. That's it. Thank you for joining today. Make sure you've liked and subscribed to the channel. And this video does well. 25 likes. We're going to go into Historic a lot and see if we could make some things happen, especially along the budget side. I am forced to be on the budget side in Historic, especially since it's going to be harder and harder to get these cards than in Standard because we have to actually bust wild cards or we have to buy packs without getting gold packs, and that's a real feels bad moment. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I really did enjoy this deck. I really did. If you want to craft it based off of that, go ahead. It's cheap. It only costs commons and uncommons. All right, I'm out of words. I'm going to start rambling now, and I do not want that for you or for me. So we're going to cut things right here. This is CoffeeStout, signing out. Bye.